Hi, welcome to Sysmedac Technologies. Today we are going to see about SQL Injection, the most famous and highly vulnerable web application till date. So let's get into it. So what is SQL Injection? SQL Injection refers to an injection attack wherein an attacker can execute malicious SQL statement to control a web application or steal your credentials using a malicious payload. Voila! We have a great example to explain about SQL injection. And the best example is, who is Bobby Table? In this scenario, a school's database has been wiped off completely by using a small SQL injection statement which is there in the slide. And mom replies funnily, you have to sanitize your database before you put all your database inputs. So even there an SQL injection attack can happen. So I will link the Bobby Table detail completely under the description. Kindly check it. How an SQL injection works? It's very simple to find it out in a web application. Just put a single quote on a URL of the website. When it redirects to a malicious or an error hits and shows up the database, then it is vulnerable to SQL injection. So in order to run a malicious SQL query against a database server, an attacker must find first an input within the web application that includes inside an SQL query, and an SQL injection attack takes place when the vulnerable website need to directly include user input within an SQL statement, and then the attacker can then insert a payload that will include as a part of SQL query and run against the database and steal your credentials or data. What worse can happen when an SQL injection attacks your web application or your web server of your website? First one, an SQL injection used by an attacker can bypass your authentication or even impersonate a specific user. The next is, the primary function is to select a query based on your result and your output, which can disclose your website completely or resize your data or completely remove it or delete it from your database web server. Sounds scary, right? Since the web application uses SQL to alert your data, where an attacker could use an SQL injection method to alert the stored data, where he could alter by alerting or creating a reputation issue, for instance, an issue such as voiding transaction or alerting balance and other records. And the next one is, SQL is used to delete the record from the database, where it's a common process. But an attacker could use SQL injection vulnerability to delete data from a database, or even appropriately back up your data from the database and also delete the content or change it completely, where it could ruin your life or a web application by using a small SQL injection method. And he can also restore the data by his own credentials, where you can't even access unless you find a correct remediations. Finally guys, some database servers are configured to allow execution operation system commands on the database server, but an attacker can use an SQL injection to use an initial vector where he can sit inside the network or bypass the firewall and steal all your data by changing your credentials and completely whip off your data and ruin the company's database management systems. Sounds scary, but this is the worst part is happening right now and we have to take care of it. The worst part is, every day 1.5 million websites are being attacked using SQL injection methods. So, what are the types of SQL injections? Let's see. These are the types of SQL injection where they have three major SQL injections. The first one is in-band, and second one is inferior SQL injection, and the third one is outbound SQL injection. So the in-band has the common classic method where you put a colon on a website URL and it redirects and shoots out an error. And then you have used a union-based method where union SQL operator to combine the result of two or more select statement in a single result, which in turn is written as a part of HTTP response. And the next one is inferior. Inferior has two type of SQL injection. One is Boolean based and another one is time based, where it is commonly called as blind SQL injection. And the third one is outbound. An outbound technique offer an attacker an alternative inferior time-based technique, especially if the server response are not very stable, making an inferior time-based attack under unreliable method. And these are the types, and there is major attacks happen by using these methods. So I will put the complete detailed description in the link below of this video. Finally, how to prevent your website from SQL injection. Use these top 10 methods to prevent it. First one is encrypt your data in your database server and give least privilege to database account and also give least privilege to the process account. And cleaning and validating input is must be done. And second order attack also be noted down or taken as a report. Parameterize your query while giving a database access to any other employee. And also use store procedure, and store procedure cavity must be done. Also check for error messages and also revalidate your store procedure every time when you use it. So these are the methods to prevent from SQL injection majorly. Finally, I end up with this beautiful quote given by Harvey Ewing about SQL injection. Kindly take a look at it, guys. To check for any SQL injection attack or SQL injection vulnerability or any other vulnerability, kindly use our free manual web scan security to secure web application from all these attacks. I will put the link in the description below. Feel free to contact us, guys, for any other cybersecurity related issues. Please check for further information in our website. Thank you. If you like our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.